Greetings, fellows. I want to seize this opportunity to thank all of you, regardless of which part of the world that you currently live in, because we are united by one common purpose, which is to come here and solve real problems, especially at a time when the belief of human spirit is at its lowest level. That is why I want you to get fired up and be excited about the new things that are happening around the world, and I want all of you to be part of this moving change. And each of us have our own role to play. The same is also true when each of us also play our own role, which is called the division of labor in a community, because each of us have to play a part in order to fulfill our purpose in making so that human progress is possible. That is what we have had over the ages, and that is how we are able to get to this day of today. And we also want to make sure that we continue in that cycle of fulfilling our duty, fulfilling our purpose, developing our talents, maintaining the confidence in the future, believing that all the things that happened in the past can still happen again, and we can still do more because we are alive here and well, and we get the belief that the future is brighter. So that is why I encourage all of you to step up, to step out and speak out loud, because we don't want to be like those, like a French revolutionary who once said, "Let me find out where my people are going so that I can lead them." No, we have to step up and lead them ourselves. That is why I encourage all of you, wherever you are a leader. The purpose of leadership is not to take over people. It's not over to subject people over servitude and domination. The purpose of leadership is to serve. And everybody is a leader because everyone can serve. So that is why I am happy. I want to express my delightment here today that this kind of movement that we just started is a movement that will spread its influence around the globe. Because as I mentioned earlier, that each generation have their own work to do. And it all started like this, because one person stood up, then a few more stood up, then 100 stood up, then 1,000 stood up, then 1,000,000 stood up. Then with courage and a higher purpose, they somehow managed to change the world. And that is the same kind of belief that I want all of us to look up to start looking up to the sky as the limit. And we can still go beyond time and space to defy the logic. Even the law of gravity says that anything that goes up must come down. And we all know that is true. We have so many great people around the world that we read about throughout history, but those people are not here anymore. Why is this so? Because this life is not certain. This life is not predictable. We cannot promise tomorrow, but while we are still here, we need to make sure that we do God's work. Just like in the great words of John F. Kennedy when he was speaking to the young people of the United States of America in the 1960s. He says that with history being the final judge of our deeds, let us go forth to lead the land we love, asking his blessings and his help, knowing that here on earth, God's work must truly be our own. So ladies and gentlemen, that work must truly be our own, because it's the continuity of the creation of God. Because right from the inception of the world, when God created man, he placed him in the Garden of Eden and gave him power and dominion to control all the other creatures of the earth, both on the surface of the earth, in the land, in the sea, and even in the sky. We still retain that power of transformation to transform this world, to make it to conform to the way we want it to be. China is not just great overnight because the Chinese slip through the ages and then they magically just have China. No, the Chinese people work very hard to build China to make it what it is today. Just like the Europeans were able to come together and then build, harness the human ingenuity, tap into the human spirit, and they were able to build Europe to make it what it is today, I think that the people of the African continent can also do the same. Why would you sit by and allow your own fellow to take over the world and run away with it and even claim that you don't even have a part in it? We cannot let that happen. This is a new century, and we are a younger generation who are new in spirit and new in hope and new in ambition. And we want to step up, to start leading again, to lead our people and usher them to that greatness that we desire for people. And it cannot be in the future, but we have to start doing now as we walk our way towards that greater promise of transforming and bettering the lives of our people, lifting them from poverty, and then helping them